Okay, we are back for part 2 of this tutorial on how to paint a Necron Destroyer. So next we're going to paint this part of the mask here. Here, this part with a white color. You can use the one you like, but in this case I'm using this one from Vaiello, but you can use any white you prefer. This one is not totally white, so you can even use bleach bone if you prefer. The point is to make it look like a ceramic, you know. That's the feeling I want to make. So let me zoom a little bit. Too much here. And just paint the mask. Might need to do 2 coats, but that's not a problem. It's a smaller part, so go easy, nice and easy. Take your time. There's nothing to rush. It's really simple. Yeah. One thing is good with Necron is that you don't have to paint that much. When you have to paint, it's pretty easy, so you don't have to worry if you don't really like to paint or something, because there's not much to paint and it's always really easy. As you can see, it's just basically dry brush and then some details, and that's it. Okay. So as you can see, it's starting to look. Sorry. I'm going to do the rest off camera. All the details a little better, and another coat, and we'll be back when it's dry. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, the arm just didn't broke. It's just the glue that I don't know, went off, so just need to glue it back on, no problem. As you can see, the mask is done, and I also did the symbol here, just the plate, the same color as the carapace. I just forgot. And yeah, as you can see, so on the back I did the mask, and actually it's a good thing that the arm weapon just went off, just because it will be easier to paint the weapon. So I'm going to use black, normal black, cause black, and paint only the weapon of the arm. So that means it's this part. I'm just gonna leave this kind of I don't know, generator, power unit, I don't know what it is really, and the cables here and there in the metallic color, and also the arm, of course. Just painting the rest of the weapon, just to make it a little bit different. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna just do that so that you can see. Okay. And yeah, it's like painting a bolt gun from a space marine. You can actually use any kind of color you want, even if you want to do the dark blue or something similar. There's no really a rule for that. Just use your imagination. What looks better, and what do you prefer as well, because it's your model your army, so you can do whatever you want. Okay, so easy step. I'm gonna paint the rest off camera as usual, and we'll see us in the next part. Okay, next step, we're going to do the edges of the flying body. So we're going to use first medium olive, which is from Vaiello, which is a dark green. You can use whatever you want. Then we're going to use the light green, which is for Citadel the Goblin Green. And then we're going to use last the yellow green from Vaiello, which is, as you can see, like a neon yellow, you know, like this kind of color. So the first thing we're gonna use is then the darker yellow, and we're gonna do only the edges just to make a nice effect. Like if you were edging the Space Marines, if you know what I mean. This will make a nice effect on the Necrons, and it will look good, really good. So I'm gonna do everything off camera as always, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, as you can see, I did let me zoom in a little bit. You're starting to see the edges, just a little bit, not too much, because it's a dark green, as you can see here on the light. See, I also did here the vents just on one side and the lower part to make it like a nice effect, I think. But you can do however you prefer, it doesn't really matter. You can try your nice combination or something. Okay, next we're gonna do it with Goblin Green, which is light green for Vaiello brand, and we're going to do the same but thinner line. For example, try to just touch the line on the same side, on the same line you did before with the dark green, but this time just by really edging the side. For example, like this here. See, just the edge to make a small line on your model. See if we can see that. Oops. Okay. Maybe you don't see it on the camera, but when you'll do it, you'll see the difference. And it's a little bit too big, but that doesn't matter. See? Like so, with the edge of the brush, just touch like this, and it's an easy effect. Here you can see it better. So I'm gonna do the all lines, and I'll show you how it looks at the end. Okay, as you can see, the effect that it does. Oops. It's a really nice effect for the Necrons. Nice futuristic effect. Okay, the last step I think for this is using the yellow. Sorry, zoom out. The yellow green from Vaiello, which is this kind of color. If you have a lighter green, you can do it as well. Just to do the corners of the lines, not all the lines like before, just the edges of the lines, just to make a little bit of highlight on this. Take it off its stand. For example, where the lines joined together, for example here, can make a little bit, and on the other side, like so. These steps don't overdo it, just a little bit, just to mark the edges. Here. Can do it just here. See, it makes a more glowing effect on the edges. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this off camera as usual, and I'm gonna show you then the next step for this Necron Destroyer. Okay, so see you in a bit. Okay, as you can see the effect on the body. Next step, we're going to do a little bit of shadow on the golden spine. For this, as usual, we're going to use Griffon Sepia for the gold, and just give it a wash. And that's it. You already know how to do it, so not too much to explain. Just a good wash to create some shadows. Sorry, I'm out of camera shot. Yeah, to give it a lot of shadow effect, so that it goes on all the recesses. This on the other side. Oi. Okay, that's good for now. Okay, so next, still on the same feeling of this edging, we're gonna do the same with the same colors, those tubes. So, for example, the first layer, gonna use the medium olive or the dark green, whichever you have, and just paint all the tubes. like so. Then just let it dry, or use your hair dryer. That's what I'm gonna do, so sorry for the noise. A little bit on the wash as well. Okay, see, it's pretty quick. Okay, so next step, we're gonna use the light green, which is the goblin green, and paint again, just leaving a little bit of the previous color behind here. This side. There we go. Like so. Again, let it dry. And then the yellow-green, this kind of color again, just to finish up. Again, leaving a little bit of the color behind. That will make a nice effect for the tubing, for the for the Necrons. Almost like a glowing fluid passing through these tubes. Pretty nice. I put a little bit too much of water on this one, so I'm gonna do a second coat after drying this one. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. There, see? So the last step after this being dried is to give it a good wash of sorry, I don't have it here, but it's the green wash. So I'm just gonna let it dry and put the wash on it, and we're going for the next step.